Hello, everybody. This is your weekly energy update with the angels and me, Belinda Bras-Nel, for this coming week, April 20 to 27. Very important thing this week is that I can really feel the change happening about now. Usually, I do my video for the week on a Sunday so that it is posted by the Monday morning because the Wi-Fi does struggle a bit with uploading the video sometimes. But yesterday, Archangel Michael asked me to wait to make the video today. And this morning, when I woke up, I could feel the change in the energy in the world, and I knew something was different. Yesterday, on the Sunday, I woke up quite depressed, and I knew that I'm feeling people's anxiousness and frustration. Here in South Africa, we've just started with another 2 weeks of lockdown, and it also signifies that we are not making the most of this time that we have. Remember, Mother Nature is using this energy to change the pattern on Earth, and we need to take responsibility. This is actually a beautiful time where the pause button has been pressed, and it's a time for introspection to really get to know yourself and your vices. What makes you tick? What do you expect from the outside world instead of finding it inside? And here, where we are living in a space of distancing ourselves from other people, not communicating with people too much, really trying to focus on the self and your own family and your own home, we are finding new truths about ourselves. And these are very important for the changes that we are bringing to the consciousness. Now, this morning, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel came to me, and they said that now the changes are becoming more than subtle. The more we spend time like this, overthinking, changing our habits, enjoying what is, enjoying to cook and plan the meals and not eat takeouts all the time, enjoying time cooking with family, spending time with family. And please, if you're still living separate lives inside of your house, commit to doing things together, to pull the kids in and spend time together. My husband's also still working from home, so he's still busy working. But there are times that we can sit down together, we can plan together, we can cook together, and those are beautiful times that we have right now. And because everything is changing, nothing's going to go back to what it was. This is a beautiful time to be in that, I want to say, time in between. It's a space in between where we detox from what was and adapt to what can be. We don't know what will be yet, but it's about taking part in being the change. And this is very important this week. How do you take responsibility for your part in being the change? And what I've said in the other videos is to remember that your soul chose to be here at this moment. This isn't a random thing happening. This has been planned by all the souls in the consciousness to happen to create this beautiful change. And I'll tell you what the change is about just now. But the responsibility is yours as to what change you are bringing. Are you staying stuck? Do you want to go back to what you miss, to being with people and to be delivered from outside, to find your truth in what others say and do? I see a lot of people on social media still blaming the American president for all kinds of things, and probably here as well, people doing the same. I don't know. I don't watch news or anything like that. But it's very interesting to notice what people do and how they act. And it's very nice to see a lot of people going into thankfulness, gratitude, focusing on that, focusing on sharing healing and love and everything good that they have to share. But what's your vice? What do you miss? What I've also found interesting is how people miss their makeup. Ladies missing their mascara. They can't buy mascara. What do you use mascara for in lockdown? I don't know. But look at this. It's not a judgment. It's for you to be aware of what makes you feel you and how is it the authentic you. Lots of people complaining about Why not being available? They're running out of one. Well, just notice yourself being without one for a while. Notice the difference in who you are and how that's your vice. And why do you really think you need it unless it's just for simple enjoyment of taste and smell? But there's always more to it. So please look at the challenges that lockdown brings, but also as to how you receive deep insight into who you are. At this stage, it's all about the choices that you make in the now. And we've been working on this for a long time over the last couple of years. All my regular clients will know that we've been redefining things all over for ourselves. Now, those people who don't know me, if you're new to my channel and my work, I have been experiencing the angels and loved ones since I was a little girl. And I've always been able to listen to them unless the stress of the world became too much. And obviously in school, especially high school, I started to disconnect from that spiritual connection because of all of these things that we are actually working on changing. The stress to perform, the needing to be more important, to be accepted, to be loved, to not be judged. So there we disconnect from spirit and from our true selves. And after school, I went to study electrical engineering, and that created even more of a distance with my soul and my connection to spirit. And I went into a deep depression. And at the age of 30, I said to God and Spirit, well, I'm done. I don't know. Please show me what I'm supposed to do on earth, because I don't know why I'm here. This is just a struggle. And then the angels reappeared to me. And that's how I wrote my first book, on all the guidance that they gave me, how to change my life from that negativity, from survival, the need to survive, and feeling bitter and uncontented, towards creating your own life, and a life of joy and peace. And at this stage, I'm a yoga teacher. I do lots of workshops. I've written and published 5 books already. I'm the author of Ask the Angels and Ask the Archangels, and Angelic cards that helps you to focus on your own intuition and to receive your own guidance. I don't use cards or any tool in any of my personal sessions with my clients, or any sessions that I do, email sessions as well. I just listen to what the angels say and I convey the message. So this morning I'm not going to draw a card, because Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel came to me and they asked me to simply give you this message. And the message is all about your power in the now, in the moment, being aware, being in gratitude. Like I said, I got up yesterday morning feeling so depressed, feeling so frustrated, and I've become very aware of my need to get out of the house. Remember, my work is always from home. My office is at home. The only times I get out is to go to the shop quickly, or to drive my kids around, or, go and do something for myself, which I've been unable to do. So focusing on finding your blessings in the garden, in yoga, in meditation, in writing, in painting, that's what I do. So yesterday, feeling so depressed, I thought, no, I need to get out into the garden. And I started just pulling out weeds, lots of weeds right now. So I just started pulling out weeds, and that meditative space of pulling out weeds, I've received so much information from the angels. And then also bringing in the creative side and just planting a bit of flowers, taking them from somewhere and just replanning and restructuring, getting myself excited about my space. So that worked wonders. And by yesterday evening, I was so tired and my butt is so stiff. But I was so happy and joyful. And you will also have noticed that we've got very vivid, strange dreams lately. They're all very much for guidance. So be aware as to what you perceive or what you remember from a dream, and really look deeper into that mystery of what it could mean for you. Where you are right now, and how you perceive your world and your relationship to your children, your parents, your loved ones, and your partner. The main message for this week is to notice what you do to help bring the change. We are getting fed up with the lockdown. We're getting angry towards people that don't stick to the lockdown because it might just prolong it for us. But how do you partake in the change? When you see the difficulty that Mother Nature is in, that the world is in, do you want the solution from outside? Do you wait for that vaccine? Do you wait for the president to make a proper plan? What do you do daily to help this balance where we are moving towards harmony? And like I say, this is the awareness. When you see nature struggling, how do you partake in that struggle? How do you help cause that struggle? How do you buy into things that we were taught is just our reality with fast foods and eating more meat, which doesn't bring harmony to nature? You know, there are so many farm animals on earth right now just to please all the meat eaters. It is really, really scary. How do you take part in that? How do you take part in not doing it in a harmonized way, in a loving way? How do you see yourself as a being on earth now, creating harmony or disharmony? And that's just an example. There are so many levels to it. Even your emotional state influences the consciousness. So what Archangel Michael and Gabriel asked me this morning is to explain to you that you need to be aware of yourself on all levels. On physical level, how do you take responsibility for your body? How do you appreciate your body? How do you stop judging your body? I've noticed that in myself as well. I'm doing online yoga. I'm not in perfect shape. I'm doing the best I can for who I am, for where I am. And, you know, I saw myself on a video the other day and I thought, oh my God, how can you be a yoga teacher and look like that? But it's who I am right now. It's what I'm working with right now. It's how I can inspire those that aren't trim and slim and flexible already to try, to aspire to being that, or to being more of themselves and their true selves. Not all of us chose to be thin. Not all of our souls chose to have that experience of being skinny and perfectly beautiful for the world, or what the world describes as perfect. We are here to bring that change. We are here to redefine everything. How do you see your body right now? How do you see your mind and what it's capable of? How it supports you? Are you aware of the mental and the judgment that you use with that mental voice upon yourself and others? It's very important to also notice your emotions. How do you heal your emotions? Do you eat more? Do you do less? Do you just go down that rabbit hole? Or do you actually use your powerful mind to inspire yourself to ease those emotions with either being creative or chatting to a friend on the phone, or just doing something that you love, or go read a book and say, this is my self-love time. I need this time out and I'm going to do it. And that self-love is still the key. Whatever you do for yourself on emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual level is self-love that you're writing into the consciousness out there. So I want you to be positively selfish now more than ever. And I've been saying this, and Archangel Michael has been saying this to my clients for years. Now remember, I've been asked recently as well whether angels are male or female. Well, they're not. They don't even actually have a form or a shape. They show themselves in a way that will make sense to us and that we will feel comfortable with. And that's also why we have different experiences of what they look like or how we perceive them. But the balanced male energy, which Archangel Michael always brings through so beautifully in the messages that I do for clients, is that strong ability to make conscious, decisive decisions that is good for you, and thus trust that it's also good for the other people and the consciousness out there. That's the positive or harmonized male energy. Now, the dysfunctional male energy is that which still forces us to prove ourselves, to find success and identity in what others think of us, to be appreciated, to be loved, to be needed, all of that that keeps us out of sync with our soul and our soul truth. So we are here to redefine. Imagine redefining life. So we've been taught that life is about survival. It's about struggle. It's about illness. It's about fearing death. And now our souls chose to bring it into balance with the strong feminine, the harmonized feminine, which is compassion and love, and always towards the self first as an example to the world. So how can we redefine life and relationships and success and all of that? Well, it's not the same for anybody. It's like your experience of spirit and of creation and of God. It's unique to you, and you are a piece of the puzzle. But you need to seek the truth of your own wisdom, whether you are redefining it according to your soul and your soul wisdom, or still according to what you think reality expects of you. So imagine life can be defined as a joyful experience. Are you able to do that yet? Imagine that love and partnership with a person can be redefined instead of neediness and being the victim and not wanting to be alone, that it can be redefined as companions that support each other, that experience themselves through the other and their happiness through the other person's experience of their own happiness. There's so many different things that we can use as our new definitions. What you need to be aware of is whether you are falling back into your old definitions. And if you are still yearning for the way things were, and you are scared about what is to come, you are not in balance with the changes that nature is helping us to create right now. So we're also in a space of not knowing. You don't need to know where we are going. Remember, it's trust and surrender. The only thing you are able to do right now is to erase the negativity from your mind, your emotions, your body, and thus your spiritual. The spiritual doesn't actually incorporate negativity, but because we are disconnected from the spiritual by the mind, the emotional, and the physical, we tend to sort of get it all distorted. So, you know, what is also interesting is that with my online yoga classes, people have been saying to me, they're not going to do it right now because their life's too chaotic. They can't focus on the yoga, or they can't focus on the meditation right now. But meditation, yoga is your tool. Going for a walk in the garden, working in the garden, painting, those are your tools. And if you say, oh, I'm not in the right mind space for this, you will never be, because those things are there to help you come into the right mind space. Spending time in nature, spending time with animals helps you to settle into the natural rhythm of who you are. And just catch yourself going back into, I have to, I'm not successful enough, what more should I do? Those are all the unbalanced male energy that we are leaving behind. So I want you to really enjoy this week. And I want you to really focus on activities that get you excited. Don't go back into, oh, I still needed to do that, and maybe I need to do that to be more successful. And no. Look at new ideas that's coming. Get yourself really excited about what is showing up in your world. And the more you focus intimately on your being, on your mind, your emotional and your physical, the more you'll be open to receiving those spiritual insights, because you're coming into balance with your whole being. Use that mind in a positive way. I've noticed that our minds are sort of overworking at this stage as well. I found that in myself as well. And then meditation aren't that easy. It's not that easy. So people say to me, but I can't meditate. I struggle to quiet my mind. And it's not actually about quieting the mind or putting the mind aside. It's about using the mind, integrating the mind also into the awareness. So what I tend to do is every evening, if I struggle to sleep or just to meditate, and if I struggle to meditate, I use my mind to calm my body and my emotions. So I start focusing, I start visualizing. I visualize on being protected and loved. I visualize on angels in my space. I visualize on each and every one of my animals in turn and visualize a golden force field of love and protection around them, of being healthy and happy. I do it with each of my children, my husband, my mom, everybody I can think of, anybody that I feel the angels are showing me that might need it. And then I focus on myself and I use my mind to visualize each and every part of my body being happy, healthy, in balance. I focus on gratitude for this body. It's not perfect by worldly standards, but wow, how far it has brought me. What I am capable of doing with this body at the age of 48, I can just say, wow. And I hope to still be able to do this for many years to come, to do my yoga, to do my fast walking exercises, and teaching and spreading love and inspiration. That's who I am. Focus on who you are and how your body is facilitating that. And use that visualization on each and every part of your body. And you will see, if you keep your mind busy with positive things, with visualization on health and healing and gratitude, the mind won't be able to dwell or be overactive, and you'll soon find yourself more relaxed and probably just falling asleep within the process. And you will see that you'll be more relaxed in your sleep and receive more guidance in your dreams. So the mind's not to be shunned or pushed out. It is to be used at this stage, and use that tool of yours in a very positive way. I hope you can get very excited for this week. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with other people. I'll be giving away 3 free readings for every new, not for every, for some of the new subscribers this week.